You alright?
Yeah.
Welcome to Alton Towers Resort. Yes, we're taking a long walk in the morning. Monorail don't open for another 10 minutes. We don't want to queue, do we? Nah. We don't want to queue. It's an impromptu visit actually to Alton Towers today. It wasn't something we initially planned, but here we are. Here we are. Kurt lives here now. He's just informed us he's already done 35 rides here this month. Cody hasn't been this year and I've only been once. So yeah, looking forward to it. What do we want to get on?
No.
I'm not bothered really.
Well, there we go. Kurt, he's been on everything. He doesn't care. I want to get on Nemesis as well. Nemesis Wicker Man would be really, really good. Now, obviously I'm out of breath because I'm walking and I'm seriously unfit. But when we booked this initially, because we only booked it yesterday, the weather said it was going to be 22, 23 degrees. So here we are, shorts and t-shirt. Woken up today and it's going to be raining all day. Now, it has sort of started raining, but heavy rain is on the way. So join us from Alton Towers Resort. We're going to have a little look around, we're going to get on some rides, and we're going to have a good day here at the park. Now they're new the last couple of days of these photo opportunity points. You can stick your head in and pretend you're on a ride. That's when the queue's too long, you can't get on it. I joke, obviously, I joke. We're going to head round to Wicker Man first. So there's no events on at the moment. I think they do have like Summer of Fun. So they have got some shows on their stage, but there's no like Wilderfest, anything like that on, which starts at Chesington over the next couple of days. Carnival is currently on at Fort Park, but yeah, it's just Summer of Fun here. I don't think we're going to be catching the shows today, to be honest with you. We're going to literally focus on rides, Kurt.
Yeah.
So last time you were here,
yeah,
all the school groups were here,
yeah,
and I said you're an idiot coming, and then you got on 14 rides.
Yeah, 14 rides a day, right?
Yeah. All the coasters.
Yeah.
Even Rita.
Everyone was really harsh on the park for the queues, but just get in them and you get on them.
That's it, that's it. We have noticed at Chesington particularly this year, haven't we, the advertised queue of like 60 minutes. We've got on it in 20-30 minutes, so that's kind of what we're going to do today. We're going to start at Wicker Man because it does seem the best place to start. It does seem to be still one of the most popular rides at the park, and then we're going to head up to Smiler, Oblivion, across, because you haven't done Gansta Granny yet.
No.
Forgot he wasn't with us when we come earlier on in the year because you had COVID.
Yeah.
COVID. Idiot had COVID. Didn't we catch it straight after?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
About a week later.
Yeah. Did I? I did, didn't I? Yeah. The COVID park.
I think we got it after coming to Towers.
I think we did get it after coming to Towers, yeah, after we ripped the piss out of him last time. But we're not worried about that today. We're worried about getting on some rides, and we'll go around the corner and start with Wicker Man. How scary is that? Scary stuff.
That wasn't working.
Oh, where are we going? So Wicker Man there, straight on. I hoped it was going to open early, it didn't, but it did open at 10. It's running 3 trains, it was well loaded. No complaints from us, running really well. With it due to rain, I have to say, we might head back there later. Because Wicker Man in the rain is incredible, absolutely incredible. It's definitely top notch. Now then, of course, this was the Darkest Depths maze, which was ripped out but seems to be going back in again. So I'm a little bit confused, but I didn't really like it. Everyone seemed to rave about it, love it, sort of persuaded me to go in there, and I didn't really enjoy it at all, to be honest with you. So we are going to head now down into the forest. 13 first, 5-minute queue for 13. Oblivion's currently shut, so we're going to start with 13 rather than Smiler, because that's on a 60-minute queue. Yeah. Might even hit the roller disco. Roller disco? Did you go on it last time, yeah?
No.
What?
It didn't look like it was spinning.
What? Where's it gone? There it is. No Rita today. It's got a long queue, Cod.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not queuing 20-30 minutes for Rita. It's walk on 13, running really well, and now we're going to go and do, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Cody hasn't been in David Walliams yet.
Oh.
Which means he hasn't been on Gansta Granny. Which means he needs to go on Gansta Granny.
Do I?
I think so. I think it's grown on me. When I first rode it, I thought, my God, what is this rubbish? But actually, it's grown on me, and I quite enjoy it. And I like a good dark ride. And I think it's all right. So, yeah, I think Gansta Granny, Kurt. You quite enjoyed it as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it's all right.
Did you come on it when you came?
No.
Brilliant. That's a good advertisement, Cod. That's a real good advertisement for it. Well, I come on it when I come, and that's where we're going now, because sadly, Hex is still been closed. It's your first go, Cod. So I'm guessing the Poplar Upstairs ride has died down because all the queue that was all over here has now gone, and we're just restricted over this bit, which is good because when it's busy, it is quite slow to load, in fairness. I still want to see another ride here now. It's opened up nicely, Kurt, for another couple of rides. It's your first go?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his first go. So let's go in. Give him his first go on Gansta Granny. What do you think? What do you think?
It's quite good.
Quite good.
It's quite good.
Did you enjoy it?
It's alright.
I actually have more appreciation for it again after going on it. I really enjoyed it. Gansta Granny. Kurt.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
And we didn't have to queue at all.
no queue at all. So Hex is closed today, so sadly we can't go in Hex, and we were also going to go on the Twister while we're up there. We haven't been on the Twister yet. You've never been in Dave Wellham's at all, have you?
No.
But that's closed as well. I think the Twister will open. It's got someone there. Obviously Hex is open for what, 1 day this year? Bless it, bless it. But no, I enjoyed that. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I don't care. I don't care if he does. Miserable. Where do you want to go on next?
I don't know.
It's hard work, it really is. You were already singing it, coming down there. It is ridiculously infectious.
It's good music.
It is, yeah. You imagine if they come up with something like this for Chessington's I'm a Score. Can't get bored of it, people. You can't get bored of it. It's running in sync today. I don't know how many trains are on. Apparently Oblivion has now opened as well. Oh yeah. You know, generally I'm not that bothered with queue for Smiler, but I am feeling Smiler today. You feeling Smiler? Oblivion's got popular really quick. Whoa. I don't think I've ever seen a queue for Oblivion like that. Wow. Wow. It's funny because we haven't come across many people in the park, but I think they're all here.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think they're all in Oblivion's queue. 70 minutes. So here is the spin jam. Now Kurt got some footage of this when we were last here. Air Raid, as it's probably better known on the circuit, part of the Retro Ride Squad for this year. And last time I came, there was no graphics or anything on it. I wouldn't say it's too intrusive, to be honest. As you can see, it's nearly walk-on a day where we've just queued 70 minutes for Smiler. Is it too extreme for the Alton Towers people? No. Not going at that speed, it's not. It's got to get quicker, right? Right? It's got to get quicker, right, Kurt? I hope it gets quicker. Otherwise, even this nearly walk-on queue seems a bit of a waste. Oh, they could have gone a little bit more Alton Towers on the announcement there. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. That's running a little bit better. Right, that's next. Looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Oh, you've been on this one, Cod. You've been on this. What do you think of Smiler first?
It was good.
Running well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, better when it's raining. Spin jam?
Yeah, it was
Did
good.
you go on that last time you were here?
No, but the time before, yeah.
So, there we go. We've done the Smiler. It was raining on the Smiler, but actually it was alright. It was quite smooth. Third to last inversion coming out the butterfly was A little bit headbanging, but actually it was all right. So a great ride on the Smiler. It was advertised as 70 minutes. In fairness, it was 70 minutes. I thought it would be a smidgen quicker, but it wasn't. And then we just had a ride on Spin Jam. It's the first time I've been on Spin Jam since it's arrived at Alton Towers. Of course, Air Raid, we've seen many times before. And I'm telling you now, it still packs a punch. It has a slow start. I was a little bit worried they'd really toned it down, but they haven't. Once it gets going at full Air Raid power. Great extreme, that one. Of course, Oblivion hasn't opened yet this year, and I have to say,
Enterprise, you mean?
Oblivion, Enterprise, whatever it's called. It's been so long, Kurt, since it's been it. To be fair, Oblivion's like got a long queue, and that's been going around with no one on it for I don't know how long. Enterprise hasn't opened this year, and I have to be honest, I don't think it's going to.
No.
Which is a bit weird because they've kept all the signage up and everything, but it is in horrendous condition. There's no cars, it's half missing. I'm sure you've seen it already. I don't think it's probably news to anyone. But yeah, the rather simple Enterprise ride. It's overgrown look. That's how long no one's been in there for. Which is a bit of a shame. Because the flat rides, I think, really help. And, you know, I've been quite a favourite of having the retro rides come in just to soak up the queues. But I have to say, the more we see them, particularly walking into Dark Forest down the back, the music just doesn't suit. And then sitting on there after coming off the Smiler, and Smiler's quite an immersive theme, whether you like it or not. And then sitting on there with 80s music playing doesn't really work. I think this needs to be the last year for the retro rides, and Alton Towers really need to up their game a bit. Get some new rides in for next year. But X Sector done. We're not going to queue that lengthy queue for Oblivion. As we said, it's been up and down for the whole duration we were in there and the whole duration we were on Spin Jam as well. It's got quite a long queue, and there's only 4 people on it, Kurt. Figure that one out. It's a little wet now out there. Don't want to be queuing in that rear queue now.
That was arrived, we went over there just.
You think Nemesis?
It was very good.
Very good. And we queued where?
Not very far away.
We queued for the front. I think it's the first time that Cody might have been on the front of Nemesis. We asked Kurt, and obviously you did it a few weeks ago whilst we were not here, Cody. Now then, we've stopped by Subterra because everyone's been on about Subterra, and I have to say I don't remember the last time I saw it open like this. I'm sure it has been the last couple of weeks. I'm sure someone else has posted something, but yeah, I don't remember the last time I saw it open. I remember Subterra quite well. It's not that old. Do you remember it? Did you go on it?
Once, yeah.
Yeah, I think you were just tall enough to go on this because it did carry a 1.4 metre height restriction for the drop towers that are inside. I mean, you can see that it would need some work. The floor's caved in here. I dread to think what it's like around the back where it's, you know, nothing's happened. It would need some work, and whilst it's been used as a scare maze, it is a unutilised space. But yeah, they got floor stickers. You can see where they were. You've got all the lighting on the left there, some speaker systems and things. I remember going in there when it was a scare maze and the towers were in there. I believe now some of them have been removed. Of course, they still have the one from London Dungeon as well, which was at storage at Fort Park. So I don't know how many of the drop towers they have kicking around now. Do you remember the ride before this?
No. What was it?
Oh! Make sure I don't fall down off the rock there. So obviously before this, Dynamo was there.
Yeah.
The breakdance, Kurt, the Huss breakdance. Chessington had one and Alton Towers had one. Chessington Rodeo was insane, absolutely insane. One of the best breakdances I've ever been on to this day. And I've been on a few. And then Dynamo here was a little bit, nah. To be honest, it wasn't run very well. It never seemed to be that quick. It was closed a lot, and it was finally removed, Kurt. So you
Yeah, I
didn't
don't
experience
remember
it.
that, so-
You didn't experience it. And then there was a brief break, and I believe actually the it might not have actually been the last ride. It might have been the last big ride. I have a feeling in between that the little bouncers, the UGG bouncers, came over here. Someone correct me. I'm not 100% sure. I'm relatively good on Alton Towers, but I'm not as high as what I am on, say, Chessington and Thorpe Park. Someone correct me. I think they came over here for a bit as well. But it just seems wasted space. I thought it was quite a good attraction. I won't lie to you. I was quite happy with the Subterra as it was. I know it got slated, but it had a fairly good throughput. You know, cut a bit of the story out, cut the need for like 12 staff, which it had in there. Reopen it. That's my view. Anyway, Jewel, Cody.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can go on Jewel. This year's definitely gone from the year of the fence to the year of the bunting at Merlin Parks. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's every park. There we have it, Alton Towers Resort. A quick stop in, which is very rare because we live 4 hours from the park, but a quick stop in on the way back from what we were doing, and we've had an amazing day here. In fact, to be fair, Kurt's been here more than me this year, but for the times I've been here this year, I've had an amazing time. For the times you've been here, you've had an amazing time as well.
No complaints.
I think operationally wise, it's the best I've seen the park this year. I think the staff have all been cheery, happy. You know, the throughput today has been exceptional. Really has been exceptional the way they've loaded the rides. No complaints, absolutely no complaints. If we want something new, it's got to be some flat rides, hasn't it? Some themed flat rides, I think. The events are, you know, kicking off, and as I said, there's not a main one at the moment. It's just sort of summer fun. So there is some stage shows over there. We've got some lovely little decoration, and some of the stalls have stayed out with some of the food options. And event wise, there's plenty for you to get your teeth stuck into this year at Towers. But yeah, flat rides. I think we're at a point now where the retro rides probably can't return next year. I think they've done a job for the park, undoubtedly. They're quite popular. Funkin' Fly's probably got the longest queue. Roller Disco had a fair queue. Funny enough, the Extreme was walk-on, wasn't it? Spin Jam was pretty much walk-on for the whole duration that we were in the Smiler queue and around that area. So I don't know whether people think it looks too extreme. I hope not, because I'd like to see some more extreme rides here. That said, there's a lot of good 1.2 meter rides that are opening across the world at the moment, which would fit Alton Towers perfectly. We don't need to go for the massive thrill machines necessarily. Family thrills are good enough. Jewel, we've just been in Jewel. It's like they're trialing the lasers not being on, because half of them work all the way around. Mine didn't have a red light. Still managed to beat, most of the lights were off. Still managed to beat Cody somehow, who did have a red light. But that's aside. That's aside. Interesting to see what they do with that next year. I think there are more effects in there this year than I remember seeing in previous years working. So it seems like they've tried to fix it up a bit. We all know the lights are too bright, particularly for the blackout lights, ultraviolet ones. They're way too bright. You can see the mechanics. Yeah, I'd like to see something more along the line of Disney with that. And I know it sounds really extreme, but I'm pretty sure you could get some of the Disney effects in there, some really nice projections, some really interactive sort of lighting and storyline. I'd much prefer the music now to what it used to be, for not a lot of cost. And I imagine taking the gun system out will save them money. I can't believe it wouldn't. I imagine it's quite a hindrance to keep it working. So yeah, that's what I'd like to see down in the haunted house, but we'll see. Who knows what the park are planning. But thank you very much for joining us here from the beautiful Alton Towers. It's not been a particularly sunny day, but it doesn't matter. We've had a great day. We'll see you next time.